So I just swallowed loudly into the microphone. I apologize for that. I apologize. What the fuck is up, dude? What's up, dude?
Nothing like getting up at the crack of dawn and heading down to the old retard factory with you guys. Putting in an honest days podcasting. Oh my God! Please, if you are not going and listening to the smoke sessions on Patreon,
Oh goodness gracious,
you're missing out on possibly. It feels like a condensed episode squished into 15 minutes.
Dude, it's pretty nuts. And also, it's free on there. Don't be fucking dumbasses, dude.
Yeah, it's free. You just have to listen to it there. We're dodging copyright strikes.
Don't be so frugal. Don't be so frugal either.
With your time.
Don't be so fucking frugal with your time and resources. Dude, I might be at peak gratitude right now.
It's been tough to deal with at night.
It's fucked up, dude. Mm-hmm. Nighttime, I just collapse. But dude, it's like I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Was up fucking around doing kid stuff. Got woken up at 6:30 in the morning. Thought I was going to fall back asleep. Laid down. Maya laid down. I said, dude, this is amazing. I'm going to get half hour sleep. And she just goes, nope, I'm up, and pops up. And I'm, But it's even that still, it's like, dude, this shit rules. 3 hours. I'm going to pound coffee till I feel anxious and then go run out.
Nobody talks about that side of it.
What?
That's the dark side of parenting, enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most people want to do like, wait till they start walking. Oh, yeah, my God. Dude, I never got that. It's like, well, that'll be fun.
It is the best.
Why is everyone doing this weird thing where they'll go, oh, yeah. It's like, you kidding? You're not filled to the brim with fucking love? I didn't know what love is before this. Now I contacted an absolute like cosmic level of love that I never would have known. And what's your gripe with this? You're frustrated? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I might start shaking people. Just not even responding to people, just going like,
yeah. Dude, it's so fucking sick.
Yeah,
and dude, it's like they're giving you that freely.
Dude, it's
Dude, I'm taking Ben out of school. I think I might go warrior dad and just have him travel everywhere with me.
Oh, that's sick.
I think we're done with public schooling, at least in Philadelphia. And he's gonna be my squire. Dude, what do you think? I talked about this on Dabby and I floated the idea and I got a lot of feedback that was like absolute, like very fast. People were like, take your kid out of school.
It's worthless. Public school's fucking worthless at this point, dude.
Yeah.
It's, outside of the social interaction, which at this point is like, can we say maybe he's
pretty
tilting
warped.
to a pretty warped, toxic level.
It's pretty warped.
Yeah, teach him how to be cool. Also algebra.
Yeah, I think he does have to like sign into like a classroom website. The way that they do it in Pennsylvania, I did start to look into the logistics of it.
Yeah,
I think he's got to do like online testing and shit like that.
Yeah,
possibly like coursework, but like other than that, it's like time to go learn how we do things.
Yeah, but how sick would that be then? Because then you're
time to go stand by the water, stand by the river, and scoop it out and say, you know,
that's how it used to be, dude.
I do.
That's how it used to fucking be.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's how it used to be, and kids got corralled and forced to go to public schools that were probably pretty tight at the time. To like give people some basic education, but it's now become a kind of fucked up wild thing.
It's crazy. It's a cattle shoot.
Dude, I went and got a fucking, not bragging, I got a master's degree. I have an advanced education. And they fucking were like doing voting propaganda to people. So like if that's that was pure indoctrination and that's supposed to be quote unquote higher education.
Right.
Which I'm hitting hard air quotes on that one.
Yeah.
It was pure, it was literal. Do you know why I went to get my master's too? I was curious if Jordan Peterson was right about school. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go find out. I was like, I'll just pay a loan, who cares? That was honestly, and I was like, I can use that maybe at a later point in life. But I was like, I want to see, and dude, it's totally true.
Yeah.
It's a classroom paralyzed with fear.
Right.
And then there's just like a couple maniacs who completely take over the dynamic.
You were one of those maniacs?
No, I clashed them.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, for sure. I was a maniac in the tent, but I was doing battle the whole time.
I think
I was like,
that's your book. I think you should be writing. Is your time in grad school. Just because there's a lot of dudes who talk a lot about how like academia is what it is, but no one was actually in the trenches being kind of a motherfucker to them.
Bro, I was an absolute motherfucker the entire time. And I just literally couldn't help it. And dude, honestly, like I've said it before, 85% to 90% of the people there were actually cool, normal, chill people. And they would get held emotionally hostage in these classes and have to be like, and they would all take turns parroting these like weird fucking safe opinions about things. And I'll be like, yeah, I agree with that. Oh, I agree with that. And I would just go, dun, dun, dun. I was like, you ever think about this? And they go, ah! Dude, people would fucking cry.
Oh no.
It's crazy. It's like, dude,
If I put myself in their headspace, though, you're probably the worst person I could meet in my entire life.
true. But
but
how
you're gay.
necessary?
You're holding a grad school class hostage, just like, yeah, I actually do believe trans rights are human rights, and everyone else is just like, and then you're just like, but have you considered?
You know what I would
you
do?
throw down your Yu-Gi-Oh card.
You know what I would do? We specifically on that issue. I go, yeah, but if gender is a social construct, why is it so important that I use your weird pronouns? And they would be, it's like if it's just a social, and people go, oh my god, this is the only response I get. Oh my god, is he serious? Oh no. I'm like, answer the question. Just so I was louder with Crowder the entire time, dude. I was in there. I couldn't help it. I was so loud in there, dude.
Yeah, in their world, you were the biggest loser any of them have ever met.
Yeah,
You know, like,
although possibly, but it was, dude. Imagine the Lone Warrior swag, dude.
I can't.
Yeah.
Imagine the Lone Warrior
It's
swag.
incredible,
My heart's
dude.
going 200 beats a minute. I
You
hate
have the courage
conflict.
of your convictions.
I hate conflict, but I was like, I can't, dude. I can't do this.
Your heart was pounding.
Pounding in my dude. I got hung up one time on a thing where it was like I asserted my opinion that it was like I forget what we were talking about, and they were saying like they were talking about black Americans, and somehow African immigrants got thrown in the mix, and I was like, well, you can tell the difference between a black guy, an American black guy, and an African guy just by looking at him. And someone went, excuse me, how can you do that? And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Well, the fact that one of them's playing basketball in loafers. How about that?
That's what I said. I'm like,
That's
That guy's wearing a dusty soccer jersey.
dude. But I will say, all the black ladies in the class laughed and nodded, being like, no, he is right about that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
come on.
and then I threw the opinion, which wasn't taken kindly to, where I was like, if you see like a 5'7" black dude in business casual, it's an African guy. And dude, the crowd was like, okay. The class was like,
Yeah.
You lost him.
okay.
You lost him.
They lost him on that one. I chuckled. I was like, I'm right. Fuck
Dude.
you guys.
That's when you get the black audience though.
That was fucking them up.
Yeah.
That was fucking them up.
Yeah.
That was fucking them up because I was getting low key in the class, and then it started. That's what really shifted the dynamic. People go,
Yeah, dude.
You're talking to a college professor. You're like, you know how they have yellow eyeballs? He's just like, shut up, shut the fuck up, dude.
in that class, I self edited the jaundiced eyes. I was like, you think you're in Alice in Wonderland if you like look at it, all of a sudden fucking. Oh my god, yeah, dude. That was. I think about that time, and I fantasize about going back there. Now I'm so much better equipped. I might try to get back in there.
Yeah.
You're reliving arguments with an ex at this point.
Yes, dude.
No,
Yeah.
you got to move on.
I mean,
How would you do it? Would you do it like wilding outside? Would you like go in there to kill?
I would just go in there just to spread. I was going there to spread how I see things, dude. I'm not right about everything.
what if you
but
became a professor to do that?
They were trying to get rid. They were trying to get rid of like any. If you were like a white professor and you didn't totally bend the knee to the stuff, the students would rise to try to get rid of you.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. There was a bisexual dude in there who was white, and they were trying to like oust him.
For what?
He was bi. Just because his whiteness, dude, was a fucking disgrace.
Being a white dude and being bi is like having a fingertip on the ledge, and they're about to stomp your.
Yeah, dude. And
You're not making it, dude. Sorry, that's not enough anymore,
dude. And it's constant. Like everyone has to show their card. It's like, well, I'm actually this, and dudes would try to claim in real time. I'm sorry, I'm fucking droning on about this, but
This is so fucking fun.
I'd see dudes in real time during discussions try to claim protected class minority status and get kind of shit. Like there's one dude who was there was one guy who was like, well, people don't even know this about me. And it was like, people are having, it's just like a 19-way self-serving conversation.
Please, let's keep.
Dude, where some guy's like, yeah, and it's like
no
really
one
annoying.
should know that about you.
Dude, it'd be like, yeah, speaking of the black experience in America, it's really annoying for me personally because I'm actually Middle Eastern, but people don't know it because like my skin's so light. And it's just like, yeah, you're a white dude, bro. Sorry. You're a white dude. Yeah. I'm just going, I'm a buzzsaw. Like, oh, sorry, bro, the vote's in, you're a white dude. No. You don't get that. No. It was crazy, bro. It was the most insane experience I've ever had in my life.
I'm gonna take Ben out of school.
Yeah, take him out. Take him out.
He's gonna hang out with me.
Because what I'm saying basically is like he can follow that chain of whatever, and it just leads to
What
tomfoolery.
level of hat is he starting off with?
Hat?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he is your squire, right?
Oh, okay.
What level of hat does he start off with?
He's got a pretty significant hat. He basically is more or less receiving his father's magic wand in Harry Potter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got my captain's hat.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Like the first hat.
Yeah, he's got the hat that was handed down to me from the guy I met who was me in the future.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stu
What's up?
in
Who's Stu?
Lake Sutherland. He owned the Airbnb on the lake house that I took my family to, and he had the coolest setup ever. And everywhere I went in his like custom lake house, I was like, of course, that makes perfect sense. That's exactly where I would have put it. And I'm like, I'm living in this guy's like the ghost of his past the entire weekend without ever meeting him. And then I happened to get hung up leaving. Like it took longer to do something, and so I was there when he showed up. And he got out. We got out of our cars at the same time, and he had like the same hair but gray. He was a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
And like it was
height.
me, dude. It was me when I'm 65 years old.
Whoa.
And he was just like he greeted me as a brother, and he gave me the hat off of his head.
What?
Yeah.
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 What the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
fucking.
So I gave that to Ben, and he's gonna follow me around every day instead of going to 7th grade.
You know who wants to do this? Is my brother Tom.
Yeah.
He wants to take it. He doesn't want his kids to go to school.
Well,
but I'm
I
like,
can
they're
tell.
so young. I'm like, they need the socialization.
Maybe if you're not in a major city in a public school, the socialization is valuable. But for my son, he's just kind of like an outcast, and like he's not getting like bullied or anything. But it's like all these 7th graders have realized that like white people are kind of gay.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of just like, yeah, all right. Like,
Yeah, like fuck this.
yeah. So he's
Yeah.
getting kind of like ground. And so I'm like, all right, the socialization is actually kind of like lame. Like I imagine he feels like every day he's just sitting at the DMV for like 6 hours, just
Yeah.
like passing the time. So
Oh.
get out of there, come
Yeah,
hang out with
fuck
me.
that.
We'll learn how to play drums.
Yeah.
We'll fucking chill.
You're gonna learn
Yeah.
stuff. Well, dude, the
And
landscape.
they have math on the internet, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the public education, the landscape's changing so quickly right now with like what skills are needed for like the working world that it's literally
I think they're actually generalizing to the point that they realize that like right before automation hits like 100%, they're going to have to like flood the workforce with just like drone people to keep up with like consumer demand on shit. And then like overnight, those people are going to be completely useless.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be fist fighting over resources in like cities without power. Yes, I can't wait.
dude. I would love that.
It's going to be Fist of the North Star for me anyway.
That'd be so
My sleeves are coming off, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to explode people's heads.
Dude, I can't wait.
over like Thomas English muffin.
Yeah. Dude, I think about that all the time. Like you guys are not preparing yourself to protect your resources when the lights go dark.
How many guns do you have in your house,
Dude, I am a gun.
bro?
Hit him with a sound effect for that.
What are you talking
I
about?
am a gun.
Bro,
All right, the soundboard has spoken. I guess
Yeah.
that was a hit.
it's gonna be.
Yeah. I got some crossbows. I got some silent fucking aeronautics.
Nice.
Yeah. You don't know where that came from.
You got a cross. What kind of crossbow models are you working with?
They're like mid to medium guys. Like my
Do you have to stand on them to crank them?
nah, that's what I didn't want.
No. I want something
Yeah.
like that. That's going to hit a guy, and he's going to go ooh, and his
Yeah,
feet are
yeah,
going to
yeah,
fly
yeah.
into the air, and he's going to get like stuck to the wall.
I need all the women in my house to be able to pull it in a moment of like chaos.
Bro.
Yeah, right.
And,
I don't
I got
know
the-
a woman I would hand a crossbow to.
That's what you got your squire for,
Yeah, that's
Should I shoot it?
bro. The laser
Should I
beam.
shoot it now?
The laser beam's already on you, bro. The laser beam's on you.
yeah.
I'm like fucking.
I might
Yeah.
pig out a little bit
What?
on like taking resources from little fat piggies. Like people that have even like fattening themselves up with
Right.
like gorging themselves on all
You're going to
like,
be in front of a
acceptance
supermarket
society,
with
like,
all the windows broken saying, I am a gun, while a guy kills you with a shovel.
not happening.
You're gonna get shot. You don't have a gun,
Nah.
dude. I have a shotgun. We have multiple 9mm in the house.
Dude, if I had a gun, I would be in jail.
Nah, I said the same
All
thing.
of my
but
kids
it's
have a
just
gun
yeah.
under their pillow.
It's just in a safe.
Yeah.
They're all in safes. It's strictly
That's-
for.
Are they in separate safes?
And that's not even.
Not just one safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my shotgun just kind of hangs out. That's just ready. That's just sitting
It's
there.
on top of the fridge so the kids can't get it.
It's funny because people will come to my house to like if like someone came to like fix something, I always forget there's a shotgun like right in my basement. I'm like, oh fuck, let me move this out of the way.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna murder my whole family.
My bad. I keep that thing on me.
But yeah, no, dude. If shit really falls down, I mean, if you're gonna be a pragmatist about this, if shit really falls apart, you're gonna need firepower.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like I can
You're gonna need to learn how to make bullets.
Are you claiming you're gonna go and pop the gun out of someone's hand, bro? If so,
Listen. I have a plan on of acquiring things.
what would you? Okay, so the shit. This will be. Is there a video game where like you're just sitting in your house and everything just fucking falls apart and you have to go like run to the grocery store and try to live?
That's
Yeah,
the,
that would
the
be
Last
sick.
of Us starts like
Okay.
that. The Last of Us
Sick.
starts
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the zombie outbreak starting.
So
what's your plan?
What's the first thing you're going to acquire?
Well,
The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get hit by a car. Someone's panicking and driving down the street. You're going to go out. You're going to go out your door, and a person's going to run up onto the curb and smash you into your house. Or you're going to be killed by someone who's just like already got a glimpse of like how bad it is, and then he just runs by and hits you in the head with a hammer. Like the number of random deaths that's going to happen.
Your head on a swivel right away.
Honestly?
Your head on a swivel.
So yeah, so it's definitely head on a swivel. So the first thing, the shit you finally found out, it's like, dude, the shoes dropped. It's a free for all.
Yeah.
What's your first move?
Honestly, I need to find like a little safe area for me to collect.
Okay.
I need to collect, get an idea of what's going on around me, and then I can start enacting a plan.
So wait, you're going to like basically, you're saying collect yourself or collect items?
I need a moment to be like, all right, this is it. Shit has hit the fan.
Okay, this is
You know
not
what I mean? Like,
happening.
this is-
I need
yeah,
to do
yeah.
this somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, you know what I would do?
You're 75% crime.
I think I totally disagree, dude. I think we're going like now you're in your surroundings. So I'm hitting my neighbors up. I'm forming a coalition.
Yeah,
right now.
you start now, or you're running behind.
I'm forming a coalition. I'm going to tell a bunch of people saying like, "Yo, I have a bunch of guns and water in my house. Like, you guys are good." And then I have my foot soldiers. And then I'm going to start saying like, "Yo, you hit the grocery store. I'll
You're
be
being robbed immediately by me.
how? Yeah, you don't have no guns.
But no, exactly. But you're coming out without your guns.
No, who said that,
Okay, fair enough.
brother? Brother,
You're coming out strapped.
brother, I'm
You're coming out
strapped, bro. I'm coming out with a shotgun, dude.
Yeah. but this.
Sidney gets to your street and he's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Don't shoot.
But here's but here's the thing. So bam, like everything snaps. You're going straight to your guns. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
guns. And I'm going out, going, guys. I'm a white hat. Guys, let's not devolve. We're all better than this.
Yeah.
Let's go get the get the food.
Let's defend ourselves from the barbarians.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm basically doing. Because I do think the barbarians would be few and far between.
Yeah.
But I think
then you go down the block and you see how far are people like on board with it. How far can you get like friendly neighbors? And then once it stops, fence post.
Exactly.
Big log, sharp, pointy fence,
That's what I'm saying.
like a colony all the way around.
Yep.
And then a watchtower. And you could just build that onto a guy's house probably. He's probably like, yeah, that's actually pretty sick.
we
I
would
love that
start
addition.
knocking the walls. I would try to get my whole block on point where it's like we would all be like,
Yeah.
hey, you're good, and we'll start knocking away at our walls, and then we have one just big structure.
Ooh, yeah, the castle.
Yeah, we need a castle. So
Yep.
and then there's a field near my house. They're about to build apartments on, but I would try to lock that down.
Yeah, I would actually sabotage that construction project now so that in the future I would have that space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually drive a bulldozer into the foundation that they laid.
Because you'd be going for arable land, so you need weaponry, and then you'd have to go try to find arable land. That's just like
Yeah.
I think that's all you can do. Then you defend your arable land.
Yeah, but man, it's like, dude, people are going to fucking when the shit hits the fan, and you think the barbarians are going to be few and far between. But I think so many people that are out there, like I would never instantly as soon as the shit hits the fan, they're going to become.
That's a fair point.
You know?
But yeah, true. But dude, I'm telling you, man, there'd be like the wickedest barbarians. I think it would take a little bit more for people to get to the point where they start. I mean, I guess like Black Friday, Christmas.
I mean, like the biggest dudes in society are going to be like, fuck, they're going to come after me for a split second.
Yeah, anyone over 6'4" would be considered a giant, and they would be hunted.
Gotta watch
Do you
it.
think so? I think
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, first of all, those dudes would have to go live in the woods, and they'd be hunted as trolls.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I think they'd become leaders.
They'd be valuable later on, but in the moment of chaos, it's like
No, people would be like, people would watch too much reality television. Dude, people watch so much like Survivor and shit that they're like, that guy's the biggest threat. I'm gonna kneecap him now so that I could be a winner in the end.
I think they would just fall. It would just become like medieval times again, where they'd be like, that guy's obviously the boss now. I think like, oh, you're the boss. What are we doing today?
I don't know. I'm just really good at trivia.
It's
Yeah.
wild that there's giant pussies now.
Yeah. Thank God.
True.
Thank God.
They'd be gentle kings, I suppose.
I'd hope so. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
Yeah,
if
I
that
think
happened,
you'd probably have to drown short guys instantly. Day one.
Yeah.
You got to put bags over short guys' heads and drown them because those are the schemers.
That's what.
Those are the nasty men.
Those are the cracks in the hull. Right
so
there.
heightless, dude. That's so high. I do not get
But
down with height.
it's true, man. It's true.
No, it's
No.
not.
I'm telling you, man, the further you are from the average, the more of a threat you will seem to the group.
I don't know.
Yeah, because people can't fathom what's going on in your mind.
Yeah, but the idea of the norm arose with statistics. It's like a new idea.
Yeah.
Well,
It's kind of an artificial concept. If you think
Okay,
about
but your fucking gay ass degree doesn't matter.
I'm saying people would do this as a
This is
mistake.
chaos.
I'm not saying this would be the path forward. I'm saying that's what would happen.
dude, no way. Dude, short kings, tall guys, it would just be. Society would instantly rearrange.
What if they all
itself.
teamed up? What if every tall guy had a short guy on his shoulders and they were like, try and stop us now?
That's tough
That
stuff.
probably would happen.
That's tough stuff. And then at that point, it's like you're ready to fire.
It's all master blasters.
Dude, if they did that, if tall guys were piggybacking short guys, then it's like then I'm going shoot on sight, kill on sight. That's now you're saying like, okay, here we go. Now someone's made a move. I'm taking the opening shot. I'm gonna try to shoot a tall guy right in the belly and bring that dude off his horse.
Yeah, that's raging apocalyptic shit.
Yeah.
That's the beginning. You can't have that happening at all.
Yeah.
You cannot have a short guy access to the ear of a big guy.
A short
It's
guy
like
just praying
whispering.
some tall guy.
Yeah,
Just fucking.
Do you see now? I think I've illustrated my point.
yeah,
We have to stop them.
yeah. We have to shoot people off of Tim's shoulders.
No, I'm 6'1" and 7/8.
Dude, somebody's gonna try to hop
I
up on that
say
shoulder.
everyone's 6
and
foot.
rise.
Everyone's
Someone's
6
gonna try to
foot
break
2.5 and over.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to break you in.
They're just gonna like leave controllers like by. Is that a Sega Genesis controller?
Just sticks like beef jerky in your mouth. Like, just running to a Walmart.
Oh my god, that's what you also have to be worried about.
What?
In the moment of the apocalypse?
I'm in a barn on a beanbag chair playing a Switch.
He ties you up next to the switch.
Yeah. The sneaky little breakers. Like everybody can be broken in some way. You know what I mean? You got all those guns. Somebody's gonna try to hop on.
Yeah, how
your
many?
shoulder.
You're
Sid, how
not-
many
Sid,
Nintendo 64s do you have?
The
for the
cold
apocalypse?
reality is no one's getting past my firearms. I'm sorry. The history has displayed this. There was a group of dudes who thought they could do it. Didn't work out. There's many groups of dudes who were like, so what? They have guns. Who cares? 100 years later, they were just like, what the fuck are skyscrapers? Like, what the hell is this? It's an indisputable fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How soon after dominating the Indians did we fly a plane? How long? Danny, Google that. When did we finish off the Indians, and when did the Wright brothers?
You mean when like
It was like 1918.
Kick
Didn't
the
they
extra
fly in
point.
1918?
Like,
I think we were still kind of like
finagling things. Like how do you decide?
dotting our I's and
that-
crossing our
Yo,
T's.
imagine someone shows up. Someone shows up on your land, and before they're done conquering you, they're like taking off for the first time. They're like, no, it's like aliens.
Yeah.
Alien show.
It is, dude. It's ID4. It's purely ID4.
Yeah.
Like they're
So Manifest Destiny happened in 1845. And the Wright brothers took flight in 1903.
W.
Kind of a victory lap, dude.
That's the extra point.
That was a victory lap. And again, terrible.
Man flight was the extra point.
It's a terrible thing. We're all living with it now, but
They watched men become eagles. In their lifetime.
Yeah.
Holy
man.
shit.
Yeah.
fuck.
Wowie, man.
I never thought about that.
Dude,
You're like, no, for real, dude. Just give it. This shit will never last. Just give it a second.
Yeah.
It's all fall apart. And the guys, you see two retarded farmer brothers flying over you. You're going, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, because
Holy shit.
That is crazy because when we showed not we we wasn't we.
Yeah, who's
but when,
we?
Yeah, when
I was over here, dude. That's you.
But when like the Comanches got horses, they fucking showed out.
Yeah.
They were too busy like coming up with like horse shit.
Yeah, it was a tech.
Yeah.
They went full cholo mode.
Yeah.
They got too fancy on the horse.
They were like ghost riding the horse. Yeah, nah, that's it.
I mean, dude, it's terrifying. You just get like encountered by dudes who've been employing this thing called the scientific method for hundreds of years. And it's just such a fucked up alien way of looking at life, but it must be crazy.
Yeah.
Like tested all kinds of.
They
They
just
sat
tested
somewhere,
shit all the
tested
time.
shit over and
Dude,
over.
just trying, just like throwing bodies at things, just like blowing up, like exploding humans.
Dude, early technology is so fucking funny, man.
You know what I always
Yeah.
wanted to? I always had the fantasy of being in one of those surgical theaters while a guy was like using a like drywall saw on someone. You know,
yeah,
what I'm
like, oh
talking
shit,
about?
that popped. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
that-
they were, I was researching the Crusades recently, and they were talking about how these Muslim dudes had like this top secret weapon technology, which was like a piece of wood that had been soaked into some sort of flammable. They didn't know exactly what it was, but it was a flammable substance that couldn't be. It's probably oil now that I think about it, but it couldn't be put out with water. So like the water wouldn't put out this thing, and they'd lay it down. And it was like these dudes would think this was magic because they'd be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What's going on there?" But
the unquenchable flame.
unquenchable flame. Yeah. But like then like someone would be like, "Yo, vinegar puts it out," and then they dump vinegar, and they'd be like, "Fuck you, dude." And like,
Oh, you got him.
yeah, this would be going on in the heat of battle.
Man.
Unquenchable.
So like you as a people would have your secret weapon that you're like,
Dude, for a couple of thousand years, the arms race was hilarious.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Now it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
It was like
Now we-
olive oil versus vinegar.
Yeah, it's like because it is intimidating at first. It is the unquenchable flame, and the next thing you know, you're putting it on your lips for like moisturizer.
Dude. It's so funny listening to the technology people were coming up with back then.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, like, dude, siege warfare and shit is fucking awesome.
Yeah, coming up with new ways to like fuck a person up
Yeah.
has to be the coolest job.
Dude, all war was back then where it was just, there was gigantic walls and you'd have to be like, how can we just slam ourselves into this thing and crack it or fucking hop over it and then go in and just destroy an entire city.
Yeah,
There was dudes like scratching at your walls who
Oh,
were trying to
dude.
get in.
Imagine how baller it feels. You've got the giant battering ram that takes like 40 dudes to pull ropes, and then you let go, and it's like, whoa, and it, like you see like the dust bounce off where it hits, and like there's a little bit of crack, and you're just like, we're fucking in.
Yeah, dude.
And then how bad do you think it is to be on the other side of the door and you're like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Those are the inverse experiences in terms of
Yeah.
heights and peaks,
Dude,
and,
it's
and valleys.
definitely.
see, I told him that wasn't gonna hold. I told him that wasn't
He's
gonna
like,
hold.
yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah, the wall.
yeah.
I'd be on the
I was
wall.
saying-
knew
I was
it.
saying
fucking knew
reinforce it.
I fucking knew it.
Fuck, dude. Now we're
Yeah.
dead. Now
All
we're
right.
raped.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
raped.
See, that's why nobody listened to me. See what happened?
That's so fucking wild, dude. Also, why, like, I get going to, like, to take over the village. Why do you got to rape the wives and kids, man?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, dude, it's just you're caught up in the excitement. We just got in.
Yeah, but that's when people are always like, nothing's ever going to change. It's like, well, you don't go in and rape entire fucking countries anymore.
We kind of do though. Pretty sure.
Rape them, but it's not as out and out and not ever. It's not,
It's
like,
not as bad.
The
I'll
leaders,
give you that.
The
It's not
leader's
as
not,
bad.
like, like those guys shouldn't have done that. I mean, we are still like destroying human lives and stuff, but it's not as like we're being like, we have no choice.
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna try to hit this one guy. If we hit a school, that sucks for sure. But it used to be like, go fuck the school up.
I think it,
Fuck that. The fuck is that? Burn all their books. Like it was like we're gonna erase this entire. The whole point of it was like, yeah, we're gonna erase this entire civilization.
yeah.
that'd be sick if you hated them so much and you did that. And you're like, yeah, dude, you don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it's the ultimate pwn.
God, oh.
But then someone's gonna get away and be like, then that's the chosen one though.
Yeah.
That's the thing that creates the chosen one, and then it's like you have to deal with the chosen one later.
You're chasing them. Your whole entire society has to be geared towards snubbing out the chosen one. You got to find who he is.
Yeah, he shows up like leading the army of another country, and you have a final confrontation. He's like, you killed my father when I was just a boy.
Yep.
And I'm here to remind you what happens.
Dude, you can never fully enjoy your conquest until the chosen one is snuffed out. You have to find him.
I guess I never really empathized with the guy that was doing the conquest and making the chosen ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, yeah, I mean,
Dude, anytime you see somebody doing something sick, you
like
gotta take them out immediately.
almost wiping out an entire civilization except for the one person who was chosen to be the strongest amongst them. You're like, God, fuck, dude, I should have got him first.
I know, but it's
my demise, bro. I just sealed my own fate. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like if anybody finds a baby, you got to kill it immediately.
He's gonna remember something.
That baby as your own.
He's gonna remember something important his father told him as a boy at the perfect moment, right before he pushes a knife slowly into my neck. What the fuck? I'm dead.
yeah, but I mean, in the meantime, between time, probably quite a run.
Living high on the hog for sure.
Yeah. Dude, taking over City in 1099 when everyone was like, no, you're doing the right thing. This is awesome. And you're like, yeah, I should totally cut these guys' heads off. Take all of their stuff.
That was when Jerusalem was taken?
Yeah.
Who took it?
Christians.
Christians.
From which country? Or like did they all band together? Was it a Power Rangers kind of thing for Christians at the time?
It's the French. Mainly just the French.
Mainly the French?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's I'm doing deep research into the Crusades right now. It's pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit's fucking wild, dude.
Wait, was Jerusalem Jewish or Muslim at the time?
Muslim controlled, yeah.
Muslim controlled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muslims. It was a motherfucking Miz.
No, that's a lot clearer of a good guy, bad guy situation for me.
Yeah, for sure.
At that time, I'm pretty sure Muslims were using round swords and inventing math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. What's did they invent?
That'd be a great reason to hate
algebra?
Muslims.
Algebra, yeah.
Being mad about algebra.
And calculus.
Yeah, I think the word Czech actually is like an Arabian.
Dude,
word.
like all the math that was necessary to like put humans in space, they came up with, but they were like decimated, so they couldn't really apply it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Shit, man, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Sucks they wasted all their time in math class.
Yeah, really. Dude, congratulations on inventing the most important knowledge of all time.
Yeah.
Your prize is wearing sandals for 2,000 more years. They should have Wakanda technology. What happened? They dropped the bag.
Mm-hmm.
They did. Well, you know what? A lot of the stuff when you read about it, it's what happens is there starts to be like great
The
spoils.
Crusades.
Well, no, it's the infighting. Everything gets splintered by infighting.
Yeah.
So you have like it's just some dude bosses up immensely, and then it's like all of his descendants just kind of like rot internally. It's just like you have like brats fighting brats, and then there's just these dudes who are starving who are just like all of a sudden smashing your walls of your city. And the two brats are like, fuck! And they just like run away. You're fucked. On all sides of like almost every historical thing.
Yeah.
Some dude bosses up, and then his family just completely falls apart.
I guess that's why it's so common in all the shows and stuff.
Hey, that's what they say. Shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. So
What is it?
shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. They're saying like just like your
possibly be the phrase.
shirt sleeves. Google it. Shirt sleeves
Yeah.
to shirt sleeves in 3 generations.
What does that mean?
Tongue twister.
Yeah.
It's saying like you can rise, but within 3 generations, your descendants will be right back down to like
Yeah.
the humble beginnings that you once came from.
What is your know it before Danny before you give it? So knowing that is how the phrase that's the purpose of it.
Yeah.
What do you think it should sound like?
I don't know. Because I was trying to decipher it. I was trying to reverse engineer it in my head.
That's
but
what I'm doing.
pretty high, and instead of being able to derive any meaning, all I was imagining was someone's shirt sleeve getting really long and coming back and just doing this on their arm over and over again. I was like, now what does this mean for the conversation I'm having?
So and I'm doing that in my brain. So I'm thinking shirt sleeves to short sleeves is how it should be.
Yeah, but is it?
It's shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations is the adage.
Okay.
Yeah.
The inability of grandchildren to manage the wealth passed down to them from their grandparents and parents.
Yeah, so saying you're just back in your old dungarees and white t-shirt.
Yeah.
You had the frilly print shirt on, and it just you fumbled the bag.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely fumbled it. Like Ice Cube's grandchildren, they'll just be like waiting on a bus. They'll just be waiting on a bus. Unless they
Or
you somehow transmit the message where like something's established within like the culture of your family.
They'll be waiting on the button.
Yeah, I think
in a loud argument on their phone. So when I was coming back from the airport, when I got to Philly, I was waiting to get picked up. There was this black chick on her phone arguing. just like arguing. She goes,
for real?
This is what she was saying. She goes, she was like, listen, I don't got money like her, okay? I can't afford to reschedule my plane ticket, all right? And then clearly they're like, who are you talking about? She's like, Kiki. I asked her to pick me up. Kiki called me at 1:18, said she was halfway here. Now it's 2:30. Where Kiki at? Kiki fucking with my money.
Wait, that's such a I believe that's such a crazy logic though.
So what you can pick up from the conversation is that she has flown in from somewhere.
Oh, right.
To get money from somebody. And then she has to fly back right away because she says, like, listen, I ain't here to hang out. I'm getting my money and I'm out of here.
Yeah.
She also might be a prostitute.
That's also fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, but no, dude, she was like, fucking, again, the way she was talking.
Yeah.
She was kind of like, she reminded me of like the fucked up family member that everybody still has to help out financially every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to keep her from like, you know, because you got kids that you love. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
All right.
yeah. Well, that's because you guys.
Wait. Trivia time, Sid.
Yeah. I mean, there was no way for you to prove that. Oh, yes. Here we go.
It's trivia time.
Here we go. She.
No. It's trivia time. This is my time.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
What is measured in Mickey's?
Ooh.
What is measured in Mickey's? I'm thinking something to do with aviation.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to remote view.
I was gonna say school bag height.
Yeah.
Stools.
Stools?
Sid?
I would say like applause.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Like that.
That's actually the units on the applause meter.
Yeah,
Mickey's.
It is the speed of a mouse.
Whoa. Oh, really? Mickey's.
Like a computer mouse.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I thought.
Oh yeah, I was like.
I thought they were judging the speed of a mouse through Mickey's.
Well, that was a little bit cuter than I'd prefer.
So the speed of the computer mouse is like when you're adjusting the speed on your thing, you're turning the Mickey's up or down.
Yep.
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah.
Damn, we're still 0-0.
It's actually DPI.
Yeah.
DPI?
DPI is actually, I think. I don't know. You know what? I got my way of doing things.
How the fuck didn't you know that?
I know, dude. I know, dude. Have you ever explored the world of like high-end gaming mice?
I've glanced that up. Yeah, I've checked them out.
It's a pretty dark world. It's a pretty dark world. And you know what? And I've had to traverse it from time to time.
Yeah.
I've had to cross that river.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I have to like build a new computer or like replace something, I have to start from zero knowledge because I don't retain any of it between like purchases. So every time I've bought a mouse in my life, I've had to explore like, do I want like a $280 mouse and it's got 9 buttons where my thumb is? I could probably perform a lot of video game commands with that.
But is that the move? Like, can you actually?
I mean, you can, but I don't know anyone that actually really utilizes them.
And
I think it's
always
mostly
have
just
legs.
dudes holding like a 3.5-pound mouse that clunks every time they move it. And it's just like, dude, I don't know if you really need all that.
Well, don't they always have like insane light displays too? Isn't that the whole point of it?
The cool ones all have RGB lights, yeah. And you go, what would the perfect lighting be to get pussy with this?
Wait, you mean
How
like-
could I seduce my wife with a lighting display like a bioluminescent bug?
Yeah.
Dude, have your hand on like a turtle shell of a mouse and being like, hold on, man, I'm right up.
Yeah.
The water
Check out
percentage
mouse.
goes up like 80%.
I have 2 buttons maximum by the thumb. That's all. I think I have a Razer Death Adder, but I'd have to double check. Or Black Widow. I don't know.
Fuck. I mean, what's
2 buttons.
What's it feel like though if you buy the gaming mouse for $249 and you're just like absolutely murdering everyone in Call of Duty, and then you just go, well, this is what it's like to murder everyone with my mouth. Or is it just kind of like, this is what I thought it would be?
Oh, and you're in the voice chat going like, yo, dudes, I tried a new DPI. I'm pretty sure I'm dialed in right now. Let me see if I can find a sniper rifle real quick, dude.
You got on that?
Yo, I got my fucking Mickeys locked in, dude. I'm pretty sure my wife's dripping wet in the kitchen.
I mean, like, do you go tricked out mouse before sick gaming chair?
Oh, it depends, man.
I'm gaming chair first.
It depends.
True, I'm gaming chair first too, but now I'm saying
dude,
like,
like now that I know that I have to have my Mickeys right,
dude.
I gotta have my like. What is it like?
you got me fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Gaming chairs are kind of a relatively recent.
What is the Honda Civic of like a mouse, like something that can like.
I think if you ask me, you could probably go cheaper, but I got the one that I thought was like $70. I think it's the Razer.
Amazon favorite.
Death Adder.
Okay.
I don't know, but
it's called a Death Adder.
RGB.
Low amount of
It's either Death Adder or Black Widow. I can't remember which one's the keyboard and which one's the mouse. So I think maybe that's an indictment against their naming conventions over at Razer. But I got like the most affordable one that's also considered, kind of serious
Functionality.
Yeah.
But now
I'm that sick gaming chair.
Dude,
That first, then gaming chair. You want to get the you want to get the score up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Stuff that's gonna get me.
I bet you your gaming chair has as much of an impact on your gaming as your mouse.
How far out do you think we are from just like floating gaming pods where you can like stand in a thing that just hovers like 6 inches off the ground while you just fucking in front of a. That'd be nasty. Yeah. Just like an all encased display that just hover. You're getting it like an egg basically. You just hover in this egg and you.
I think it'll start with a flotation tank where your ears will be submerged and they'll somehow transmit. Because I guess audio doesn't really transmit underwater, but I think they would figure out how to vibrate the water because it's touching your eardrum.
Audio does transmit underwater.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're going to use the water to deliver it to your ears. You're going to be floating completely naked, and I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe with like tiny little air jets that could simulate touch, but you're going to feel everything in the game.
Yeah, sound travels in waves. And you can actually like transmit sound better underwater.
Yeah. So above you, there's going to be like.
You think so?
There's going to be
yell in a pool. It sounds fucking crazy.
That's because we don't have what it takes to yell under a pool.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
If you were just transmitting like vibrations, that would come across as sound, like a record player in your ear.
I got you. I'm just going off times I've been like, yo, go underwater, and I yell faggot.
This would actually, you would actually mostly be getting called a faggot.
When I was like 10 and stuff, obviously not now.
Yeah.
Yo, ready?
I've done the faggot test.
Go underwater.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
That's actually how you measure the clarity of water. It's
Measured in faggots.
That's the way decibels move through liquids. Did you ever go underwater and just fucking scream? Or usually the classic move is like, yo, underwater, rip, fart. That's farts. Okay, hold on. Now I'm thinking about it.
But
fart
like
travels decent
farts,
underwater.
Right? You can hear it all the way on the other side of the pool.
That's a liquid. That's a liquid crystal.
So sound travels faster in water compared with air because the water particles are packed in more densely.
Bam. You're 100% right. It is. It's the water's rushing into the mouth and confronting.
And that was just life science.
So
that was just me out there testing it.
Okay,
no, you're right.
So then I think using a series of like, imagine almost like micro hot tub jets that instead of pumping out bubbles, they would precisely deliver like sound waves to different parts of your body to simulate the sensation of touch in the game world.
That's
like to the point where you could like feel clothing on your body.
Yeah.
I think it could be so accurate. That would be a nasty setup.
Well, they're also now experimenting with sound wave extraction with psilocybin. So they're making these things now where you can put like if you want to extract psilocybin and make like a whatever like a condensed version of it, you can kind of like distribute easier. They're using now sound wave technology to extract stuff.
Dude,
everyone laughed, dude. Everyone laughed about 432 hertz, 528, all that stuff. It's like apparently they've like lasered into like cancer cells and they can destroy cancer cells with certain frequencies. So
sound is the next level.
Dude, that's going to be the tub,
next level.
The sound. Oh, it's going to be so fucking
Then we figure out how to move boulders and shit with it.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Which the Egyptians already did.
True. Allegedly.
I mean, come on.
I came into no, I think it was Egyptians.
Did you enjoy the Graham Hancock stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sick.
I didn't see that yet. I got to
talk about it. Yeah, I didn't. I just started watching it, but it got kind of like boring really quickly. I thought it was going to be more sensational and weird.
So I had to stop watching it for a little bit because the Netflix was like, dude, this kid that Pepsi the Harrier jet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that shit?
No.
Dude, that shit's so crazy. So like the dude, when was it Pepsi, Danny?
Yeah, it was Pepsi. There was a fighter jet you could win in the soda prize.
Which was like they fucked up with the advertising.
What?
Yeah, because you got to remember this. There was a commercial.
I didn't remember until I saw the actual graphic from the documentary.
Yeah.
They were giving away a jet?
Yeah, so and they're Pepsi would they need to start moving Pepsi because they're like competing with Coca-Cola.
Uh-huh.
Coca-Cola has like the fingerprint for soda globally, right?
Yeah.
This is the move against Coca-Cola, so they're going to do a points thing. And the more points you accumulate, the more prizes you can get. You get like a leather jacket.
I remember that. I remember Pepsi,
right?
yeah.
So, and the whole entire time, they're talking to all the people throughout the documentary that like were involved in the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like the one dude is just like, it was supposed to be a fat kid because it was like if it would have been a fat kid playing the lead in the commercial, everybody would have got that it was a joke that he had a fucking fighter jet at the end.
So they didn't advertise? They were kidding.
They used a handsome kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So all throughout the commercial, instead of it,
fat kids are covered under parody.
that is.
Yeah, that's fair use.
Especially at the time.
Fat
it was
use.
Like, yeah. It was like 90s commercial time too.
Yeah.
When all the commercials start getting funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? So they were like, dude, just go with this fat use kid. Get everything we can out of it.
Pepsi was like showing you all the cool prizes you could get and then jokingly put in a plane?
Well,
at the end. But
the biggest mistake that they made is when they wrote out the commercial, they wanted to make it 700 million points.
Yeah.
But then people didn't like how that looked on the screen. So they're like, why don't you remove the 2 zeros? That way people can read the number.
Yeah.
700,000.
And it became 7 million instead
yeah,
of
because
700.
the guy was like, I don't want somebody like trying to figure out what that number is and how like they're gonna calculate. Like I want it to seem attainable.
So somebody got 700,000
7 million.
or 7 million. Sorry.
Like this dude was just like, man, I want to be a person of some kind of value.
That's easy to relate to. Man.
You know what I mean? Just
How did he get all those
I would
Pepsi
fucking
points?
love to be a person.
So he was scheming. He found this guy that he was like a mountain guide at one point. Like this dude just had all sorts of jobs. And at one point he was a mountain guide and he knew this guy that was like, yeah, this guy would fucking help me in this. So he was like a business guy. Anyway, long story short,
You got a soda Sherpa?
He's a mountain businessman.
basically, he did.
No, mountain businessman.
So eventually Pepsi puts out a catalog with all the stuff that you can, win. And in that back of the catalog, it says that you don't have to actually collect all the soda. It was like you can pay a certain amount in that 10%. You can pay 10% of the
Dude.
No, it was.
So what is the
10
mountain? Is the mountain
cents
man
per point? So it ended up
Yeah.
only being like $700,000, but a Harrier jet's worth $32 million. So
Yeah.
so the dude was like, "All right, I'll float you $700,000."
Oh.
yeah. This is so good to have somebody sober in
Are
this
you
room.
having a fucking stroke? Dude?
Dude, it's like I'm so
You're like getting winded and shit. What is going on?
Dude,
I've done that
freaking
before.
out?
Where I start trying to.
Stuff, I'm like, cause I'm also like sending a message to Danny.
The number of points was actually changed at the last minute.
They had a fat kid, and then it was hot. The kid was hot.
Because I'm like
Holy
interacting
shit,
with
man.
Danny
Oh my God.
behind the screen. Yeah.
It sounds like you're explaining this to the Coast Guard as your ship is sinking.
Oh my god.
Because like, I'm trying and that's all it took.
Now I know why you need a place to go to if the world collapses, where you can sit there for 30 seconds and gather your thoughts.
I need that.
I've done exactly what you're doing before, where I start to try to explain something, and in my head I'm like, this isn't going well, and I keep and it just gets more and more fucking chaotic.
It's the math of the situation I couldn't figure out
Oh man.
as I was talking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
But he was like,
The math, the details.
dude,
Cohesive picture.
dude, this became his life though. This became his life.
So he petitioned me, like he basically sued Pepsi for a jet.
Eventually, he ended up trying to sue him because he paid all the money.
Yeah.
like that. But they sent him his check back, and it was like, nah, here's 2 fucking cases of Pepsi.
Whoa, they're like, nice
Yeah.
try, bud. And he was like, okay.
And that's when they took it personal.
Did he get the jet? What happened?
He did not get the jet. or anything equivalent to what a jet would have been.
But he got a 700,000.
Well, I'm glad I didn't watch that piece of shit then.
Dude, it's fucked up because every time they're interviewing him, he's in an airport hangar. He's like in a hangar with a fucking fighter jet behind him. So you're looking at this like, oh fuck, he got the jet. The whole entire.
It was like shot in front of a green screen. So
On site with the director now.
No, Danny, that wasn't a green screen. They were doing shit with the jet at the end of it.
Well, they show you when they're interviewing the lawyer. They show the green screen, then they show the jet imposed behind the lawyer.
Gotcha. Yeah, they were like, yeah.
Did you watch this, Sid?
Dude. Yes.
I'm so mad that they made it.
Very high.
If you told me for the first time, you're like, hey, did you hear about that guy who tried to he won that jet from Pepsi and they didn't give it to him? I'd go, no, what happened? Did he get like tied up in a bunch of boring legal shit and like nothing really satisfying happened? You're like, yeah. I'd be like, oh, that story sucks. And they made a documentary about it.
Yeah, that's crazy for sure. But that was reprieve. That was a reprieve from the Graham Hancock shit.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
okay.
when that fucking thing got really boring, that Pepsi Jet thing was intriguing as fuck the whole entire time. Yeah, it was like, dude, I was gripped. I was like,
but for it to pay off like that, dude, I'd be mad as fuck. I'd squeeze my remote so hard that the battery cover popped off.
I felt like
I'd be like, where did that go? Seriously, I need that.
I felt like I was watching like Ancient Aliens at the end of it. Because like, of course, I would know about
Nothing happened.
this.
You thought
like you would know about it if he got the jet.
Yeah.
If a fucking teenage kid won a jet from Pepsi.
Was it a fighter jet or
a fighter jet?
Yeah, you're not allowed to give anyone. No one's allowed to give anyone a fighter jet.
But he found out that you could if it was de-weaponized.
Really?
Yeah, he called the Pentagon.
They declawed it.
Say like before, he was.
You're not supposed to de-weaponize Harriers. That actually is pretty traumatic for them. I know that they'll like shoot missiles into your furniture in schools and stuff like that, but you're actually supposed to leave the weapons in them because it's actually an extremely painful process. Yeah, I get that it was a rescue and that the previous owner did it, but that's still pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
that's sick that all those guys in what country was that when we left and they all won the Pepsi fighter jet challenge? We left immediately.
Dude, but Pepsi was like fucking people up with their little promotional schemes all across the globe. And that was also in this documentary, so that was kind of interesting. So there was
Dude, my parents completely protected me from the cola wars. I just thought everyone enjoyed every soda. I didn't know about the bitter dispute between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Dude, were you aware of it?
I was more of a Pepsi head. I was always a Pepsi head.
Dude, I was completely sheltered from this.
Yeah.
It was just preference. It was just like, I was never like, I'd get Coca-Cola and I would drink it and I would go, man, I can't wait for
it was
Pepsi.
Whatever the restaurant has.
Yeah. You knew Fresco was gay.
I didn't even know Fresca
was it the Grape? Yeah, that one.
News of Fresca never reached the hood.
Yeah,
dude. We never even found out about it.
Fresca was actually like, that was an old soda. It was all 7-Up ginger ale, motherfucking Barks root beer. Goddamn. And
that was if I was on vacation, I would get a nice root beer.
A&W, the A&W,
Muggies,
A&W
mugs. That's the only thing I'll break soda out of the glass for is a fucking Stewart's root beer.
Yeah.
Roast beef, some Stewart's root beer. God, motherfucking damn it.
Yeah, we get Stewart's at like Thanksgiving.
Bro, I might bring some Stewies to Thanksgiving and fucking crush one actually now that you say that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Showing up with root beer
on ice, dude. Get like some sort of advanced cooling technology and bust fucking some Stewart's out.
I'm sure you can get them in like a craft brew thing where it's like got CO2 in it and you gotta
growler. You're talking about like growler,
root beer growler,
dude. Okay. If we must talk about this, have you ever considered brewing your own root beer?
Of course.
I looked into it too, so heavily, dude, and I got like talked out of it by a couple people. Being like, dude,
why?
Because they were like, I was like, I want to find whatever that shit is. What is it, sarsaparilla?
Oh yeah.
Is that the stuff that makes the root beer taste?
Mm-hmm.
I was
going to find like I was going to grow sarsaparilla. I wanted to take it to like farm to table, and everyone's like, just get the fucking extract, dude. And I was like, at that point, what's the point of making your own root beer?
You don't understand why I'm doing this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I know, dude.
I'm back on track.
I have a lot of these conversations. Well, why don't you just shut the fuck up, dude? Let me spend 2 weeks on something.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, dude. I support you 100%. And
God, I gotta get back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you.
I brewed a beer one time, and when it was time to bottle it, I said, "No fucking way," and I poured it out.
It was that bad?
I just didn't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Dude, I
went through the whole process of brewing it, and like 3 weeks later, it was time to put it in bottles. I was like, "No, dude," and I poured it down a waste drain behind my house.
Dude, my brother literally 4 days ago talked me off the ledge of a home brew setup. I was like, dude, I think I might have to get a home brew setup, because I was listening to this book. It's the history of the world in 6 beverages, and they made beer sound so fucking sick that I was like, why aren't I making my own fucking
Dude, I don't know what the process is, but I know I would fucking explode half of my basement.
Yeah, I mean, there is an open flame when you're cooking the wort.
Is it? With beer?
Yeah, because you got to cook the wort. You got to, or the
Like
mash.
what is
I
that?
don't
Like the yeast culture or something?
No. So you cook the grain in water.
Yeah.
You boil the grain.
Right. You
and
get
it
that,
gets like a
that breaks the
sweet-
sugars out.
It's
Yeah.
a sweet
Yeah.
smell to it.
Yep.
It's actually very charming.
I'd be too intoxicated with that sweet smell. Shit starts
Yeah.
burning over.
You'd eat the gruel. 'Cause
I mean,
that's
I
how
would
beer
like
came.
I would like to know more about what the gruel is first.
It's just it's I think you're taking grains and you heat them, and it breaks, it like opens up the simple sugars in the grains.
Yeah,
And then those
it's-
sugars are
sweet.
and then you
Is it
discard the
sweet?
Yeah.
you discard
Yeah.
the grain, and like you can feed it to cattle and stuff too. So
you
could
still get
actually-
drunk? You still get drunk?
No,
No,
not
no,
yet. Not at that point.
sugars
At
have
that
to
point,
be
you've just got like a kind of sweet
It's
liquid.
just a sweet treat.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
exactly.
so then,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm stopping right
Yeah.
there.
You're the donut case, dude. You've literally laboratoried the donut case, and now you're going.
it's basically sugar soup.
Yeah.
And while
Yeah.
it's cooking, and if you smell it while it's cooking, you're like, "Ooh, I wish I had a ladle right now."
Yep.
And then you add the yeast and
This
and
is
let
how
it sit for a
beer was
couple weeks.
invented. People left gruel
Exactly.
out for days.
300 pounds,
Well-
like laughing at people waiting 3 weeks for beer.
Yeah, yeast occurs so naturally in certain environments in the air that if you just left anything out, it would ferment.
Yep. And they sip it and go, whoa.
I saw this wildlife documentary one time where elephants were eating fermented fruit off of a tree. Like it was spoiled fruit.
Really?
That had been around, and the yeast had fermented it, and the elephants all got drunk.
Dude, old head.
That's awesome.
Me and my dad watched it when I was a little kid, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Dad, is this the funniest thing ever?" He was like, "It could be. This might be the funniest thing."
Yeah.
That's such a funny question.
I feel like a drunk elephant has to have like a Kangol hat on. Do you know what I mean? Like what kind of
I mean, they certainly
Sidney.
could, and it would enhance the comedic effect of the situation.
I think they should all have different hats on to tell you what their job in the community is.
but once
In the elephant community, dude.
Yeah.
Like there should be a firefighter elephant. There should-
Like Paw
like
Patrol.
falling off his hat when he's drunk, like off his head when he's drunk.
yeah, there should be a policeman elephant.
How nasty is Mission Paul, though?
Oh, that's so sick.
Mission Paul, like,
And-
for real, got
dude,
me stoked.
headquarters is
Dude,
come on.
the headquarters
it's
is-
the sickest headquarters.
I think he's funded by DARPA. I think Ryder's funded by DARPA.
Oh boy.
My throat can take.
Is Paw Patrol an authoritarian psyop on children?
Dude, honestly, well, I don't know, because
Or
it's
am I
like
too high?
no. I think it's the opposite, because it's Mayor fucking Humdinger's the one who's like, he's the one clamping down, trying to become like an authoritarian leader. Trivia time.
All right.
No, wait. What I'm saying is that it's teaching kids to
No.
to defer to authority.
If you look at every children's show, it's just Christian values. If you get down to it, common Christian
Play it
values.
again, Daddy. Play it again.
In the state of Georgia, it's illegal to eat what with a fork?
Pussy.
I don't mean put it with no fork.
I'm gonna go with. Hold up. Here we
Can't
go.
stop thinking about pussy now.
Yeah,
Actually,
that has to be the answer.
Let me see. What
man,
can you
pussy is the ultimate. That's the doorbell.
Yeah,
We're all just
yeah.
like rah, 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 rah. Breakfast cereal.
I was thinking that too, but I'm gonna go
Yeah.
even older. I'm gonna say it's illegal to eat. What kind of weird
Ice cream. I'm going with ice cream.
All right, illegal ice cream. I'm gonna go with like squid, calamari or something.
The answer is fried chicken. Fuck! But the judges accepted pussy.
Thank you.
For
I,
sure.
I was
it's
thinking
the same. It's the exact same reason.
I was thinking good on that. I was thinking some sort of meat, but I was like,
Damn. So someone who was like, "You better not be eating that with a fork," got elected to mayor at some point. or governor of Georgia and was like, I'm passing one piece of legislation before I'm arrested.
So
for
it's
my
still
crimes.
Yeah, true. It's still 0-0-0.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I don't think we're going to get any.
Can I get
questions.
0.25 points for being in the meat category?
Matt, can I tell them your very funny Chicago joke that you told?
Oh, please,
on
yeah.
stage?
Please.
I don't remember it exactly, but Danny, when it was 22 degrees, not the coldest ever, but it was very cold.
It was
anyway,
chilly, dude.
Matt goes on stage and he says, "Now I know why that Chi-Town pussy's so good." And everyone goes, they're waiting on bated breath, and he goes, "Because you keep it on ice."
Keep it in the freezer. Keep it in the freezer.
Keep it-
Yeah, you keep it in the freezer.
Keep it in the
I botched the punchline. Well, same thing.
Dude, yes.
Same thing.
You made the right call.
Same
you
thing.
had the funnier option, but man, oh man, that was
in the
the
freezer.
best.
I was so fun to do in front of my wife's family 3 different times. I know the Chi-Town pussy's so damn good. That babe. I might do that every single show. I might tell that on every podcast I do and then do it on every show I do. That's sort of like a pledge of allegiance to my personal values.
Dude, your special is going to be called Chi-Town Pussy.
It's like,
You boys want to head over to the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
have to pee
forgot.
so bad.
yeah.